Hello, grade 5. How are you, miss? We will start with chapter 5 today, inshallah, and we will start with the first lesson of chapter 5. Chapter 5 is talking about decimals, operations with decimals, okay? But first we will speak about rounding the decimals, and I prefer to start with reading the decimals. You should know how to read the decimals because actually reading decimals is a little different than reading, real numbers or the whole numbers. So there's a way to read it. I want you first to read decimals, then after that we will go to as I said, to round decimal, to know how can we round the decimal. Now here when I'm talking about actual decimals, I have to show you the decimal place value, okay, the decimal place value chart, which is, as you can see here, which has places values, okay, or place values, and there is an important point which is the decimal point. It's a point. It's not a comma which separates between periods in numbers, between hundreds and thousands, then millions, etc. No, actually it's a point, and it's when you see a point, you will know that to the end, to the right of this point you have the decimals, and to the left of this point you have the ordinary numbers, the numbers you deal with or you actually deal with. So what will be the first number? It's the number that you used to see always, which is the ones, okay, the first place value. So as you can see here, miss, the first place value to the left of the decimal point is the ones, then the tens, then the hundreds, then the thousands, okay, 10,000s, 100,000s, etc. But what about, the place value and how I call it to the right of the decimal point? I will start with the tenths first, as you can see here, then I have the hundreds, then I have the thousands, then I have the 10,000s, etc. Here, as you can see here, miss, I end it with let's say an index, which is THS. Okay, now THS, it's the index. I will I will end every number or every place value with it. Okay, now why do you think that we start here with tenths immediately and we didn't start with ones, for example? Why I have only ones in the place value chart? Actually, I have ones because here, as you can see here, now you will know later actually, miss, that the tenths, actually, if you want to convert it into fraction, it will be any number that will be in this place over 10. What about the hundreds? The hundreds will be any number, okay, over 100, okay, and the thousands will be any number over 1,000. So actually, miss, we are talking about a denominator that it's a base of 10, 110, okay, and 100, and 1,000, 100, 1,000, 10,000, etc. Have you ever seen a number that has a base of 0? No, miss. Actually, any number that has a base of 0, it's a fraction, and its denominator is 0, it's undefined number, not real number. Okay, it's not a real number. I cannot deal with it. I cannot make my calculations with it. This is why I will start always the first digits to the right of the decimal point is the tenths. Okay, now let's learn how to read it, how to read the decimals. Okay, first of all, I want you to know, miss, that the decimals are read as and. What do we mean by that? If you face the decimal point, you should say and. Okay, then let's read this number here. 4, where is it? It's in the ones. How can I read 4 in the ones? 4. Okay, no need to change it. But then I notice that I face immediately a decimal point, so I will say and. So it will be 4 and. Okay, then I will read the number to the right of the decimal point as I usually read. Okay, this is, what's this number? It's 18. So I will say 18 as I usually read it, okay? But you will look, where is the final digit, in which place value is it? It's in the hundreds, so you will just add, at the end of reading the number, you will just add hundreds, the name of the place value, or the value of the value of this place, okay? So how you will read it again? 4 and 18 hundredths, okay? What about this number? Again, you will not change, 5 will stay changed, you will not change anything in it, okay? It's 5 ones, and we say it always 5, so we will say 5 and what's this number? 218. So you will read it 5 and 218. Then you will think, where is the 18? The last digit in the decimal, where is it? It's in the thousandths place. So you will say 5 and 218 thousandths. Okay? You just had to add the place value at the end of reading the decimal. What about this? Okay? Try to read it. Yes, actually, we can read it as 25 and 10 thousandths. Okay, so it's 25 and 10 thousandths. Okay, miss? Now, what about this number? Try first to read it by yourself, miss. Think about it. Where is 9? I have nothing here. I have nothing here, so no need to say and. I will not say 0 and. No. I will just look, where is the first number? I will read it. It's 9, so I will read 9. Okay, but what should I add? 9 10 thousandths. Look here, miss, if you didn't add 10 thousandths, if you didn't add the THS at the end of the word, you will, the person who's hearing you will think that you are talking about 19,000. Or actually, 90 or 9,000. Okay, but here you are talking about, you are talking about a number that is reading at the end of the reading word. There is the word you are reading. You will say 10,000. There is a suffix, an index which is THS. This is why you will say it's 9 10 thousandths. Okay, so it's 9 10 thousandths. What about how to round the decimal? Let's remember first together, okay, Yamis, how to round the ordinary numbers, how we were rounding before, because I'm sure you took it in grade 4 and even maybe in grade 3. Now, there are rules for rounding. We said before, if you want to round, you will look what's the question asking you to round. Round to the nearest tens, so they are asking us to round the 10. Okay, the number in the 10. So you will circle it. Then you will look to the next door. It means that you will look to the first number to the right of the circled number, to the right, not the left. Then you will ask yourself, if it's 4 or less, just ignore it and put zeros instead of all of the numbers to the right of the circled number. And if it's 5 or more, just add one more. Just add one more to the circled number, and again all of the numbers to the right will be actually 0, but you will not do anything with any number that is to the left of the circled number. As you can see here, for example, they ask us to round 4,129 to the nearest hundreds. What you will do, you will look, where is the hundreds? Which digit it's in the hundred place? The 1. So what you will do, you will circle the 1. Okay, as you can see here, then you will look at the next door. It means that you will look immediately to the number that is to the right of the 1, which is 2. Then you will ask yourself, since it's less than 5, so it will not give the 1 anything. But what I will put instead of it? 0. And all of the numbers to the right of the 1, I will put zeros. As you can see here, it will be 0. And I will keep 1 as it. And 4, I will not do anything with any number to the left of the circled or the rounded number. Now, here is the same, okay, round to the nearest 10,000. You will ask yourself, where is the 10,000 place value? Where is it? It's here, right? This is 1,000, this is 10,000. So what you will do, you will circle it and you will look at the number or the next door, which is the number to the right of the 6. Okay, you will underline it. Here it's 8. You will ask yourself, is 8 5 and more, or is it less than 5? Actually, it's more than 5, so it can give the 6 1, but don't forget that all of the numbers to the right of the circled or rounded number will be 0. So here all of them will be 0 and 6 will be 7. What about the numbers to its left? Nothing will be changed. They will stay the same. So you will say it's 370,000. Okay, now what about rounding decimal? Same rules, miss, same rules. For example, if they ask us to round to the nearest hundreds, you will ask yourself, since this is decimal, where is the place of the hundreds? Where is the place or the hundreds place? It's not the first, it's the second digits to the right of the decimal point. So what you will do, you will circle it, as you can see here. Okay, then what you will do, you will underline or look at the next door, which is to the right of the 2, which is 7. And you will ask yourself, is 7 more or equal to 5, or it's less than 5? No, it's more. So it will give the 2 1 and it will become 0. So 2 will be 3 and actually 0 or 7 will be 0. And I will read it as you can see here. I will put it as 35 and 33 hundredths. طيب miss, what happened to the 0 to the right? Actually, I want you to notice something very important. All of the zeros that actually are put to the end, to the right end of the decimal point, they are negligible, or their value is nothing. They're worthless. They don't mean anything. You can put them, you can just, delete or ignore them or not to put them. So here, if you put here 0 and you didn't put 35 and 33 hundredths will stay the same. Okay, nothing. Zeros to the right of the decimals will not change the value of the decimal itself. But if there is no decimal point, and you know that zeros to the right are so important in real numbers, not in real numbers, in whole numbers, right? But in decimals, if you see decimal points, you will notice that the zeros to the end, right, okay, or to the right end, you will know that they are negligible, and you can just ignore them and delete them. Let's again take this example to round, okay? They ask us to round to the nearest 10th place. You will ask yourself, where is the 10th place? Which digit here in the 10th place? It's 8. So what you will do, actually, since the 10th place, it's exactly, or it's right to the right, immediately to the right of the decimal point. This is the 10th place, 100th place, and 1000th place. So you will circle it, okay, as you can see here, you will circle it and you will look at the 7 and you will ask yourself, is 7 more than 5 and equal to 5 or less? It's more. So what you will do, you will add to